everyone for this night. And Northwest Leader Corps was a great experience, and through Northwest Leader Corps I met these two fine, awesome people. This is Betcher, and this is Brian Lann. And basically, we decided to turn a poem into music, so we're going to see how this goes. It's a bit of an experiment. So I'm just going to ask everyone, if you have access to it, to open up your books to page 23, so you can read along in case you can't hear the words. Hopefully you can, but just in case the music is a little bit too loud or something, you can follow along. And, alright? So this poem is entitled Sounding Out in Skagit. Sounding out refers to two different things. The kids I work with who literally struggle to sound out their letters, and also just being an aware person who sounds out against the problems of the education system, and of No Child Left Behind, and living in an American nation where extreme poverty exists side by side with extreme wealth. It's written half from my perspective and half from the perspective of a 6-year-old. I call it creative composite nonfiction because it's partly from my childhood experiences, and it's partly from the experiences of what I've seen as an AmeriCorps member, and also these guys, and all of you. So, just to get started, I would say, Aaron and Brian, you know, I have a fever, and a prescription, a little more cowbell! I live in a nation of rockets' red glare, of bombs bursting in air, a nation of beautiful promise and potential, where poverty and despair are overshadowed by the pursuit of pseudo-American dream. The greed for Benjamin's green. Green, green, green like the night-reflected Hudson Harbor, Staten Island seaside sheen of copper Lady Liberty's mint tissue flesh. Her stoic face, heroic grace, greet tomorrow with open arms, with promise, with promise, with promise of what will be, yet simultaneous ignorance for the shocking alarms of what now is. This is poverty. When reading poor child says not the dog ate my homework, no, no, she says I had to work the farm again, only she says it in Spanish and with tears, oh. Short drive, but still so far removed from Bellingham's picket fences overlooking our majestic bay. And there's an unspoken sadness when I commute home from school each day. Silently in their stutters, perplexed expressions, confusions of D's and B's and their A's through Z's. Excuse me, can you help me, please? Silently in Cedro and Skagit County, they shout. They may not have the words to say aloud, yet internally, sounding out they shout. Classroom cluttered, grand ideas constrained by fiscal woe. The kids are just so innocent, they don't know that some of the books we have and read together are older than our team, and that behind the scenes we work much harder than it may seem. Fatherless boys look up to me, role model me. Oh, the pressure, cause the only men some of them see are janitors, school bus drivers, and Brady Bunch daddies on their TV. Sorry about that. Ah, the pressure, witty as I may seem, I don't even know where to start when a 6-year-old rests his head on my chest and whispers, I want to hear your heart. What? Awkward moments, but his bleeding eyes ease that tension and seize my attention toward why I am here, to scour this land, for reaching goals, to plant seeds in Skagit County's empty homes. In this boy's fragile voice I hear, Dave, do not shout false hopes or merely mumble idealistic words to us. Do speak softly and carry Teddy's big stick. Wage war, and because you care for us, we will one day hear the rumble turned to grumble, the time bombs tick. Boom! Exploding barriers and stereotypes that doomed us to fail. Let not soft words get jumbled in the rubble of the crumbled brick. If we fail, we are still better people because you came, inspired us to do our best. There is so much more to my life than Olympia can measure in some standardized deals or waffle tests. Silently in our stutters, perplex expressions, confusions of D's and B's and our A's and B's, X's and B's, help me please. Silently in Skagit County we scream, sounding out, sounding out, sounding out. I do not have the words to say what I want to say, but if I did I would shout. I would shout from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam that you are making a sustainable, surreal impact on my life and the town that I call home. And then there are 10,000 doors open to you, possibilities, other places right now that you could be, but stand up tall and be proud, be humble. Instead of serving yourselves, you came to life, you came to AmeriCorps and changed our lives immeasurably. So here you are to get things done, both to create and improve and rearrange. You do good work toward sustainable change. Do not give up on me. My unruly behavior is a physical manifestation of a broken home and my unmet needs. You people only see the tip of my tumultuous iceberg, the Titanic tip, the tip, but you are blind to my pleas. I expect you to give up on me because such is the cycle of my life. And in my 6-year-old vocabulary, I am shouting out to you and asking you to extend your hand and grab the sharp of the knife and stab, pierce blood in the system that fails us and pigeonholes me into the life of being a statistic. Now pause, let's be realistic. No child left behind. It's some bullshit, Dave! And if I had the words to express myself, I would alert DC to this bitter bliss! Here I live in a nation of glorious potential, in a people who consume an overabundance of gasoline and food, who pay crews and Aniston and Spears millions of dollars to entertain and to live the good life in the posh hills of 90210, who justify a man's contractual worries when his professional football franchise decides to pay him only $49.2 billion over the course of 5 years, rather than the $49.5 million that he's asked for, and is now resentful about, who pay to watch steroid-soaked men hit baseballs, who quite literally step over the bodies of homeless men, women, and children on the sidewalk on the way to Starbucks to pay $3 for a frappamocha double cocoa steamed whatever the hell, before they start work at the job they hate, but keep because of the money they love, and the security brought by the feeling of being a have, in a haves versus have-nots, brought a world of digital divide and long-unscaping pride, and looking down on your fellow man with disgust, and believing in an American dream defined by someone else in times far off from these, as Congress commits billions upon billions of dollars to fund the war overseas, when here in Skagit, in my home, at my school, on these rural roads, we are forgotten. No, parentheses, trust me, parentheses, child left behind. Our funding is cut and we need help. I need help. My school wants to find this land of ours as the land of opportunity and compassion, and I want that so badly, but we are not there. I don't define in sophisticated terms. I may only be 6 years old, but I know enough to know that indeed poverty is here. Poverty is here. It is here and it is